people are going to see you and perceive you the way that they're gonna perceive you, right? And the only person that truly knows who you are is you. Like, the only person who has a solid view on who you are is you, because everybody else is viewing you through the lens of perception, right? Everyone else is seeing you through their own filter of what they perceive reality to be or what they perceive you to be. And I just want you guys to know that, like, it doesn't matter. Okay, guys. So today we are doing the 2022 overview. This is going to be like a little quick preview, a little quick overview of the year, if you guys will, what you can expect. So without further ado, you guys, here's the clip piles right now.
All right, you guys, so these are the 4 piles. We have group number 1 with the rings, group number 2 with flight, group number 3 with the star, and group number 4 with the harvest. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so.
All right, so you guys have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left everybody timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, you guys, let's just go ahead and jump into today's pick a card on the preview for 2022. I'm excited. Let's go. Hello, group number 1. We will start off, you guys, with pulling a rune for you. Oh, wait, I looked. So we have this rune, you guys, and this rune is talking about circumstances that connect to create something new. So it's very similar to the 3 of Pentacles, coming together with, again, a circumstances or a person to create something different, create something new. So I find that rather interesting. Perhaps the year 2022 is going to be a very creative year for you guys. Go ahead and roll your guys' zodiac dice really quick. I don't want this to necessarily be your guys' sign, sun, moon, rising. I want this to more so be the energy that is going to be prevalent in the year 2022 for you guys, or somebody who's going to be really significant in your life in 2022. We have Taurus and we have Pisces. Hello, Taurus. Hello, Pisces. Again, if this is your sign, sun, moon, rising, then yay. If it's not, that's completely okay, you guys. But basically, with this energy, Tauruses are all about comfort. Tauruses are all about, I feel like every Taurus I personally know has like that one thing that they will spend a crazy amount of money on, but it's something that they really love and enjoy. So Tauruses love luxury. You guys may be working towards living a more abundant lifestyle, perhaps creating more comfort in your life or creating more harmony with your finances. Tauruses are also very stable, grounded. I can always rely on a Taurus, you guys, and I know some people don't have that experiences with Tauruses, but when I'm speaking about Tauruses or Pisces or any zodiac sign, I'm speaking of the energy of that sign and not necessarily a person who has a complex, vast birth chart, right? So Taurus energy, luxury, abundance, Venus energy as well. So perhaps even a love match coming in, you guys. And then we had Pisces here. This is just spirituality. I'm so sorry to like reduce Pisces to just spirituality, you guys. However, when Pisces comes up in a reading for me, it just feels very spiritual. It feels very connected to spirit. So stability, comfort, groundedness, potentially love, and also spirituality coming in, maybe the focus of your guys' 2022, okay? Can I please get a tarot card or tarot cards? We have the 5 of Wands, the Emperor, and the 3 of Cups reversed. Can I get one more for group number 1? Thank you. So what shadow work should group number 1 be focusing on in 2022? Addictions and superficial. Can I please get an astrology card for group number 1? Sagittarius. Hello, Saggy. Oops. And the 7th house. You guys, literally what I was saying, like love connected to Venus, Taurus. Interesting. Can I please get one? Second house. So interesting. Can I get another card for group? Thank you, darling. Jupiter. You guys, it's so interesting because we have the second house, which I told you guys Tauruses are very like money oriented. They're very hard workers when it comes to like making money. They're stable, they're grounded, they're like the money part of Venus. And then we have Jupiter, which Sagittarius popped up with the other card. I just find it really weird. Can I please get a card for group number 1 in regards to 2022? And religion pops up, of course. Starting off, you guys, with the freaking tarot. We have the 5 of Wands, which signifies fighting. I know you guys didn't see necessarily the rest of the oracle cards that popped up, but with this fighting, I don't necessarily feel like this has to do with you guys fighting somebody else. I feel like this has to do with you guys fighting like inner demons or inner issues that you have within yourself. And I'm not like judging or trying to say that you guys are like bad people or anything like that, but you guys just may have some habits that you're trying to kick in the year 2022, or some negative patterns or some negative like repetitive cycles that you're trying to cut in 2022. So this fighting feels more so like it's about you guys fighting yourselves or trying to release yourself from some type of pattern or some type of habit, okay? Now, this could obviously mean you guys fighting or having some type of conflict with other people, which makes sense. Obviously, we're talking about an entire year. There's nothing wrong with having heated discussions or heated arguments. Now, the 5 of Wands, because it's a very physical card, it does oftentimes remind me of passion. So I don't know if you guys are getting some type of creative spark, and I know that's not traditionally what this is talking about. Again, it's talking about fighting and like combative energy, but it just feels like two sticks rubbing together, right? Creating flames. We also have the Emperor here, you guys, and the Emperor is a beautiful leader. He is somebody who is very authoritative. He's somebody who is in control. He's in charge. He's fully confident in himself as well, you guys. He is a person that people look to for guidance, for leadership. He's a rule setter. So I don't know if you guys are exhibiting or trying to aim for this energy of the Emperor in the year 2022. But I do feel like for some of you, you may be taking a position in which you are taking on more responsibility in your life, or your schedule is becoming more packed, or you're just stepping into this role of like, I am the person that people look to for guidance. Maybe some of you are counselors. Maybe some of you watching this want to be counselors, or you're going to school to become like something where people come to you for help. It's also possible that you guys will be stepping into a management position perhaps, or again, just taking on more responsibilities in your life. This can come in many different forms, you guys, so take it however it resonates. But yes, the Emperor is coming up. Big daddy energy, okay? And again, like what I was saying with that Taurus energy, it's very possible that you guys are gaining or trying to obtain more abundance in your life. Maybe you guys are taking steps towards doing something creative because you're wanting to gain an income from that. And I'm not saying with that card that you are gaining an income from it, but I feel like you guys are trying to step forward into that energy of like trying to gain more abundance. Now we also have the 3 of Cups in reverse, so this signifies being alone, because when it's upright, it's like being together with people. I'm not saying you guys are going to be alone all year. What I feel like this card is really here to say, it's like you are focused on you. In the year 2022, it's about you. And again, you guys could be in a relationship. You guys could have many friends around you. You could be surrounded by family. You could be surrounded by classmates. This does not mean you are going to just be sitting in your room by yourself like, I'm a sad girl or I'm a sad boy. Like, no. It just means that like this is a year in which we are really like, I'm focused on me. I'm trying to invest in myself. I'm trying to better myself. Like it feels like a very focused on thyself in this year, right? So that is great news. And again, that's not to negate that you guys aren't going to have love or you guys aren't going to have a relationship or friends around you. That is very possible. It just feels like the focal point is you. The next card I have here, you guys, is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands indicates having indecisive energy. We don't know what to do when the 2 of Wands comes up, okay? Especially when it's in reverse. So basically, with this card, you guys may have a lot of decisions that you have to make in the year 2022, which makes sense with the Emperor here. Obviously, if you guys are stepping into a role of leadership, it makes sense that you guys are like right? It makes sense that there is more options, or there's more responsibilities, there's more decisions to be made. More decisions are going to fall on your guys' shoulder in the year 2022. So if you're having a hard time deciding, my suggestion for that is to really quiet your mind as much as possible and sit with yourself in meditation. For me, that always brings in answers when I don't know what to do, because that's when I can really connect to myself and understand like what is it that I think is right? So just my little suggestion. Anyways, moving on to the shadow work cards, you guys. I thought I would just get these out of the way because, you know, shadow work, but the first shadow work card is addictions. It says, think about the emotions you are trying to cover up. Deal with those emotions, process, heal, and release them. Deal with those emotions, process, heal, and release them. Deal with those emotions, process, heal, and release them. This is so important, you guys. So addictions don't have to be like hardcore. They don't have to be like, okay. They could literally be, I have an addiction to negative self-talk. I have an addiction to toxic men. I have an addiction to, I don't know, A, B, and C. You guys know the definition of addictions, and if you don't, you can look it up. It's something that we do that, I don't know why I'm looking at this and not showing you guys. It's something that we do that is not necessarily the best for us, that we can approve upon, right? The next one we have here is superficial, and it says, you care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, your personality. You guys, I say this all the time, and sometimes people in the comment section get really like, I don't know, I wouldn't say mad at me, but they just get like, well, physical appearance is important to me. I totally get that, you guys, but physical appearance isn't freaking real. And I know that's like, yes, it is. Physical appearance is, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. Well, I'm looking at a camera, but physical appearance, you guys, is just an illusion. It's a temporary condition of time. This is not who we are. Anybody who knows me knows, like, I hate when people compliment me, and like, not saying if you compliment me in the comments, I'm like mad at you or anything like that, but like, I get so, I wouldn't say I hate it when people compliment me. I would say like, I find compliments that have more to do with my soul or have more to do with my personality to be much more flattering, just because like my physical body isn't who I am. Like, I don't connect to this person. This person is just temporary. This body that I'm in is just temporary. This is not what I'm going to look like in 20 years. This is not what I'm going to look like in 50 years. Like, this isn't who I am, right? So when you focus on outward appearances, you guys, you're focusing on something that is so temporary and so fleeting. Anything could happen at any moment to your physical body to where you are not appearing the same to the world. But that does not change the context of your soul. So perhaps in the year 2022, you guys are going to be entering into a stage where you are releasing your desire to impress the outside world, right? And that does not mean that you can't take care of yourself or put on makeup or do your hair or dress really nice. It just means that you're going to understand, or perhaps enter into a stage where you understand that that's not what's most important. It could also be, when we're talking about superficiality, it's also possible that we're entering into a stage in which we realize that, like, I don't want to be in a career field just because it looks good on paper, or just because like I can be like, yeah, I'm a doctor, but I'm freaking miserable. Or I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Not doing things for freaking appearances. You guys get what I'm saying. Not going to school for something we don't like. Not having a job that we don't like. Not being in a relationship with a person that we can't stand, but they look good on paper. Like, understanding that outward appearances and the opinions of other people around us is so minute, and it's so fleeting, and it's so, I don't want to say irrelevant, but low-key irrelevant, right? So figuring out what actually makes us happy internally, okay? Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, your personality, okay? Focusing more inward, you guys, which again, with that 3 of Cups, it makes very much sense to me that would show up, okay? The next one we have here is the 7th house, and it says profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Going back to that Taurus energy, which has just popped up so much here for me. Like, I feel like the Taurus energy is really strong for you guys. We have the 7th house, you guys, which is connected to Libra energy, who is also the other ruler of Venus. So you may be a Libra or have significant Libra placements. But basically, you guys, with the 7th house, this is talking about having profound relationships, having soulmate connections, right? You guys may be surrounded by people or meet people in the upcoming year who are very special to you, who are very important, which is why when that 3 of Cups came up, you guys, I felt like I needed to make a point that it doesn't mean that you're going to be alone. It just means that you're going to be focusing on, again, perhaps your self-esteem, your value, your personality, things like that, like developing yourself. But I do still feel like there is room for relationships for you guys in the year 2022. Relationships that have like quality to them, right? Not just quantity. Again, not just it looks good on paper, but actual like deep, meaningful relationships coming into your life in the year 2022. So I love that. And if you guys are already in a partnership, I feel like this is just saying that your bond is going to be deepening, or your connection is going to become more like solidified, perhaps. We have Sagittarius. It says optimism, exploration, and freedom. Perhaps you guys are entering into a stage where you are more free. Again, more free to be yourself, more free to do what actually makes you happy, and release the need to focus on your outward appearance or what other people think of your decision making. This could also be talking about travel. You guys may be feeling called to travel or to go to new places. Travel doesn't necessarily have to mean we're going to another country or we're going to a resort on an island. Travel could mean like I'm going up to the mountains for the weekend. Travel could mean I'm going to spend more time in nature. Travel could mean I'm traveling inward and finding myself. Travel could mean so many different things, you guys, but I feel like this is talking about exploration of things that we have not explored before, okay? This pile has me really excited, you guys. All right. And we have Jupiter, which I kind of was saying when I was shuffling for the Oracle cards, like how weird it is that Jupiter popped up, because Jupiter's connected to Sagittarius, opportunity and ambition. So perhaps, again, you guys are gaining some type of opportunity or gaining something from your ambition. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and growth. So something in your guys' life is growing or expanding. Obviously take that for however it resonates. We do, however, have the 2nd house, which, going back to the freaking Emperor, you guys, money, okay? The 2nd house is the house of assets. The 2nd house is the house in which we carry our money. And I do know, especially for those of you who are in the United States, you know what? I was going to give you financial advice, and I'm not going to, because I'm not a financial advisor. But this could be talking about perhaps putting your money into things such as assets that will grow over time. Maybe buying a house, investing in crypto, investing in stocks, investing in something, maybe even art that will grow over time. Gaining assets that cannot be controlled by the government, right? And I know like basically owning property does, but over time property is always going to go up. So even if you lose in the short term, you gain in the long term. But I'm just going to stop right there. But anyways, 2nd house of assets, money, possessions. You guys may be gaining certain possessions. And the word possession, like, we don't own anything in this lifetime, you guys. Like, everything that we have is not ours, right? Everything that we have will eventually be somebody else's, or it will be discarded of, or whatever, right? So I use that term very loosely. The card we have here is Inner Earth, and it says, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So we're having a rebirth of some sorts in 2022, you guys. We're having something that may be a little bit difficult for us, or it may feel, I shouldn't say it is, it may feel like it's a little bit difficult for us to overcome, right? And then once we get on the other side of like the cave or the storm, we realize like, oh, we actually are going to survive this, and there is a new beginning coming. There is a new opportunity coming. So I find that really interesting, because this whole reading has been really positive, but it only makes sense to me that there is like this blooming of something new coming in, right? Now we have religion, which Pisces did show up in the beginning. So again, you guys, you may find a lot of solace or comfort in your spiritual practices or in your religion. I find it very interesting that his brain is like highlighted in this depiction, or it's like the main focal point in this depiction, you guys. I've said this before in a reading. I read this book that literally changed my life. It's called A Brave New World. I read this in high school, and it's a very like simple book to read. It's not like that deep or anything. I mean, it is, but there's a lot of symbolism in it. Anyways, whatever. The point is, something I took from that book is we believe what we are conditioned to believe. And for me, I feel like, yes, we all believe what we are conditioned to believe, but I would rather choose what I have been conditioned to believe. I would rather choose my conditioning than allow outside forces or outside sources to condition me for me. Does that make sense? So there may be a situation in which you guys are questioning your religious or spiritual practices, or perhaps you're expanding upon them, or you're slightly changing them. Maybe your family has a different religion than you, or your friends, or the people around you, and you feel perhaps like an outsider, or you feel like confined by these stereotypical norms that people have placed on you in regards to your spiritual practice. And maybe you're breaking down those norms and saying, no, like I'm going to believe actually what I want to believe or what I choose to believe, and not necessarily what I have been conditioned to believe or what other people are more comfortable with me believing. Again, I feel like this idea of us releasing the superficiality of what the outside world thinks of us is really something big coming in for 2022 for you guys. So, and then we have the enemy. So I do feel like we are destroying some type of enemy in the year 2022, which just means again that we're getting rid of that bad habit. The addictions card did come up here. It says, think about your emotions. The emotions you are trying to cover up, deal with those emotions, process, heal, and release them. So again, we are going through that process of the enemy. We are deleting or evaporating or getting rid of the enemy in our life, whether that is ourself and our negative self-talk, whether that is a habit, whether that is a cycle that we have been stuck in. We are saying no more, and we are just destroying this enemy, okay? Which again makes sense with you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings, okay? So we will go ahead and do the little notes. Okay. Beautiful. And I will go ahead and shake up the letters. Alright, you guys, so these are the letters that popped out for you guys. Go and see if you can find your name, your initials, if there's any words here significant, if you guys are involved with somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, if there's other people involved in this reading, or you're picking up on other energies that you may be familiar with in this reading, go and see if you can find their name. But, yeah, these are the letters. So, yeah. Okay, so, also words of significance. I did take out the descriptive words that I didn't feel like were relevant, you guys, such as like big lips. We got a birthmark / mole and blue / green. I took these out just because I didn't feel like it was necessarily significant to the reading. So I just wanted you guys to be aware, and I wanted to be transparent that I did take those out. Dark brown / black, hair color change, maybe talking about complexion or eye color. Okay, moving on. We have I Want You, which that 7th house did pop up, you guys. So I do feel like love is incorporated into your year of 2022. We have Misunderstood, which, going back to the superficial, you care too much about outward appearances, aka what other people think. Start with your inner work. So Misunderstood, it's okay to be misunderstood, group number 1, okay? We have Love Yourself, which this entire reading feels like self-love, self-development, working on growing ourselves and growing what it is that makes us feel good in life, right? And then we have February. So February. This may be a significant month in the year 2022 for you guys. This may also be a birthday, so keep that in mind. All right, group number 1. That is what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Let me know down below if you guys are excited for year 2022. I feel like overall, again, we're working on our assets. We're working on not giving a F what other people think of us, letting go of that superficiality, perhaps letting go of an addiction or something that we feel chained to, destroying that enemy, having that, I don't want to say dark night of the soul, but having that moment of like, I made it through this darkness. I will survive. I did survive. And starting a new beginning. Again, growth, expansion, perhaps exhibiting that energy of the Emperor. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading, you guys. I will start off with the Witch's Runes. I believe this is flight. Okay, I do believe this talks about travel and change, but I will go ahead and get you guys the proper definition. Yes, this is flight. It's movement, communication, and information. Travel of all kinds, all right? So travel may be a really significant part of your guys' 2022. Communication may also be important for you guys. I don't know if you guys are in college or in school right now, so perhaps communication is showing up in that way. Perhaps gaining a better sense of how to communicate with others, maybe communicating our emotions. Travel could also be talking about moving, you guys, like actually physically moving. We will now go with the zodiac dice. So before I read this to you guys, I want you to keep in mind that for this particular reading, I want you guys to more so take the energy of each zodiac sign. So we have Aries here, which Aries is very much connected to activity for me. I associate Aries with movement, ambition, fiery energy, having a type A personality, being very outgoing. So perhaps the year 2022 will be exhibiting some of that energy. And then we also have Aquarius, you guys. Aquarius is all about humanitarianism, also being a little bit strange, a little bit unconventional. So perhaps you guys are trying to push against the grain in the year 2022. Perhaps you guys are trying to do something that is a little bit unconventional or a little bit not within the parameters of the norm, right? So we love that. I love that personally. So moving on to the tarot cards, you guys. Can I please, thank you, darling. Interesting. You guys got a lot of reversals. Half the cards here are reversed, which I find interesting. I'm going to go ahead, you guys. Oh my gosh. Why won't you stay? I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and shuffle for the other oracle card. Can I please get a shadow work card for group number 2 to be focusing on in the year 2022? Thank you very much. Oh, I see fear. Overcoming fear and ecocentric, which ecocentric isn't necessarily like what it sounds like, so bear with me with that one. All right, can I please get an astrology card for group number 2 in regards to 2022? We have opposition, ooh, and square. Okay. Eighth house of transformation. Seventh house of relationships. May I please get group number 2, 2022. Hey you guys, so I'm gonna just say this right now. This group feels very much connected to career. Because it's a group reading, obviously I will read it in as many ways as I can, but if I'm just like speaking right off the bat, you guys, this does feel very career based or financial based. So the first one we have here, you guys, is the Ace of Rings in reverse. The Ace of Rings in reverse, you guys, speaks on an opportunity that you need to be cautious of. I kind of see this when it's in its reversal position as looking at the fine print of things and not just signing a contract just to sign a contract, not going into things with naive eyes, okay? So I'm not trying to scare anybody or be like, oh, if you have a great opportunity, say no to it. I'll use myself for an example, you guys. There is a reason why I don't accept sponsorships on my channel. There is a reason why I have not done a sponsorship on my channel, and it's not because I haven't been offered to. Obviously, I'm not going to speak on like what companies or this or that, but I'm just going to tell you right now, like, I value my relationship with you guys more than I value business opportunity, right? So with this card, I'm looking at this as making financial decisions with a lot of discernment. making financial choices with a lot of like an extra special, like fine-tuned eye, right? So that's what I feel like you guys need to do in regards to your career, or in regards even to your relationships. Okay, if 2022 is going to be a year of relationships, really look at your relationships with a fine-tuned eye. I feel like this is really saying take off any like naivety that you have around, again, career, school, relationships, family, friends, etc., and really look at things with a lot of discernment and a lot, I don't want to say speculation, but a lot of just like, let's just see about that, okay? So if someone's coming in and promising you the sun, the moon, and the stars, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying maybe just be like, let me ponder on that one, sir, okay? Then we have the Four of Rings, you guys, which the Four of Rings really does signify wanting to hold back. So I want to encourage you guys in the year 2022 to budget and to try to put away as much money as you can. And this isn't me fear-mongering or being like, oh, save your money. Because this is just really speaking to the idea of, like, again, proceeding with caution. Doing things with not, I don't want to say with a closed off energy, but I just feel like saving or conserving your energy, or even when it comes to, again, relationships, I feel like this is saying conserve where you're putting your energy. Use your discernment, use your judgment to say, is this worth where I'm putting my energy at, right? Am I putting my energy into the right things? Am I putting my money into the right things? Am I putting my time into the right things? And be a little bit more conservative with that, right? So that's what that is. It's holding back. It's being frugal, sitting on money, not sharing, not just spending things silly willy-nilly. This feels, again, very boss energy, very much like focused on our career or focused on our business, focused on our goals in life. We also have the Knight of Wands, you guys, which the Knight of Wands signifies being very ambitious, being very adventurous. The Knight of Wands is someone who dives into things head first, which is the exact opposite of what I've been saying with these other two cards. Like, be more conservative, use your discernment. So with this card, what I want you guys to take with this, what I'm taking with this, is you may be really ambitious and fired up and excited about these business opportunities, or excited about opportunities that are happening in school or even in your relationships, you guys. And I'm feeling like with the other two cards starting off this reading, I'm feeling like, yes, embrace your passion, embrace your excitement, embrace your adventurous energy, okay? If you guys are getting opportunities that you're excited about, or if you're meeting people that you are really excited about, I'm not telling you to not be excited or to not be like pumped up about it. I'm just saying to do things perhaps a little bit slower, right? The Knight of Wands is all about speed, moving really fast. It's okay to be ambitious, but you don't need to be reckless, right? Sometimes the Knight of Wands could be a little bit reckless. So that's what I'm feeling like with this. Like, it's speaking on your ambition and your excitement for the year. Perhaps you guys are even getting really motivated to advance in your career or advance in school. There's almost this energy of like brace yourself there, right? And then we have the Knight of Rings in reverse. And the Knight of Rings, you guys, is talking in reverse. It's talking about needing to reevaluate your relationship with money. I'm not sure, again, if you guys are very like career-driven people, or if you guys are people where your only goal in life is to make a bunch of money. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I do feel like it is important to recognize that like money is not going to solve all the problems of the world. There's this quote, and I don't 100% agree with it, but like I understand what the person was saying. And basically they were saying like, if money can solve your problem, you don't have a problem, which obviously, you guys, like, that's not true. Obviously, hunger is a problem. Freaking not having healthcare is a problem for us Americans, right? Or other people of the world who don't also have health insurance or healthcare. Obviously, money could solve these problems. But what the person was saying is like, we all have problems that money can't solve as well, right? Being alone, being heartbroken, having some type of illness that can't be cured with medicine or this or that. those are problems that like cannot be cured with money. So basically what this is saying is like money's not everything, and there is a need to reevaluate your relationship with money. I don't know if you guys are hyper focused on like gaining material items. This could be encouraging you guys to perhaps invest more and not necessarily spend more, but again, sit on your money and kind of invest it into places which will better expend like your energy, right? Or will be a better use of your income or better use of your time. So if that has to do with a relationship, you guys, again, where are you putting your time? Reevaluate your relationships perhaps, and really ask yourself, like, is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Is this like where I'm trying to put my energy at? I feel like what the cards are saying so far about the year 2022, it feels like a reevaluation of our energy output. It feels like a reevaluation of what we want to focus on and what is important to us, and us adjusting the focal points to what is important to us. So that's really what it is. Some of you I know watching this don't, like, you're not yet in the workforce, or you're not in college, or you're not in this or that, whatever it is, you guys are readjusting your focal point, okay? That is what I feel like the cards are trying to say. Also, we're conserving some type of energy or some type of like monetary output or emotional output, okay? Now for our shadow work cards, you guys, we have ecocentric, and it says not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others, you may learn something new. This is talking about having an open mind, being more open-minded, you guys. And I'm not saying you don't have an open mind now, but this perhaps is talking about you expanding your mind to places where you did not previously think that you could go. Also, I feel like this is talking about perhaps there may be people in your life who disagree with your choices, or who you disagree with their choices. This may be talking about you guys coming to a stage where you're more at peace with how the world is, or with how people around you are, and not necessarily feeling the need to get worked up or angry, or you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily having the energy of like, people need to see my perspective. Listening to understand and not listening to respond. We have fearful, a learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also, a low vibrational feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. Perhaps in the year 2022, you guys are really overcoming a fear. I know the travel rune came out for you guys, so perhaps you guys are traveling more. Also, with the Knight of Wands is somebody who is fearless. So perhaps instead of you guys just diving into something without any like foresight, perhaps this is talking about you guys becoming more fearless and going after what it is you're really wanting. You know what I'm saying? Like reevaluating, again, that focal point and saying, this is actually what I want. I'm going to go towards this. We have a square. So this is a challenging aspect, you guys. It says a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. There is nothing wrong with having challenges in life, you guys. A seed can only grow in the dark, right? Lotuses only bloom in dark, murky waters. You can't have the flowers, you can't have the garden without the rain. In order for things to grow, in order for beauty to show up in the world, we do have to have darkness, we do have to have challenges, okay? And I know it's a part of life that people don't love. I know it's a part of life that people get really discouraged by, and I don't want this to discourage anybody. But challenges are there so that we can bloom. The rain has to fall on us so that we can stand up brighter and be like, yes, baby, I'm a freaking flower, okay? I needed that. That rain made me. I wouldn't be who I am today without that rain, right? So that's what the square is saying, you guys. So there may be challenging situations coming up in the year ahead. And I feel like that fearful situation, or that fearful card is talking about not having fear when going through these challenges and knowing that everything is going to be okay. The sun will come out again, you guys. I feel like when we go through difficult situations, we kind of get in this mindset of like, this is how it's always going to be. And we don't have the ability to see past it because we're in so much turmoil in the moment. And you are valid for feeling however it is you feel moment to moment. Your feelings deserve to be felt. However, you guys, I feel like it's so important that we also recognize that like life is forever changing, right? The darkness is not always going to be dark. Sometimes the light comes out, and sometimes we get to experience periods in our life where things are happy and great and carefree. So if you're climbing a mountain right now, you guys, you're not seeing the steps that you're taking forward, but you are taking steps forward. Keep taking steps forward and you will reach the peak, okay? The next one we have here is opposition, and it says imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So you guys may be having power struggles at work or in your relationships, maybe even at school. Perhaps it's even like time management if it has to do with school. But with this power struggle, you guys, again, back to the square and back to the fear and back to like the holding back your energy. I really feel like it's just important to take the lessons from this period and to move forward with gratitude, to move forward with the knowledge that things will change. Perhaps the year 2022 is all about us coming into balance and all about us readjusting. Again, I feel like this feels like a really big readjustment for a lot of you, to readjust your focus onto something that is going to better serve you. I feel like perhaps for some of you right now, the focus is more on something that is like not giving you the same energy that you're giving it, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's a relationship. It's not giving you the same energy. So it's like we have to put that back into ourselves and readjust our focus onto something that is going to give us the same energy. All right. So we have the 8th house of transformation. This is the house of death and rebirth. This is the house of Scorpio. It also says intimacy. So with this card, you guys, obviously, I've been saying here, like, there is a lot of, like, readjusting our focal point and, like, changing up, like, what it is we are focused on in the year 2022. Readjustments, transformation. I've said this. We're going to move on, okay? A metamorphosis, if you will. And then we also have the 7th house of relationships and partnerships. So this came up in the last reading, too, which I think is kind of funny. But I don't know if you guys are getting into a relationship, if you guys are in a relationship, or if you guys, like, the relationship is what's being readjusted, or the relationship is what we are changing. Obviously, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to sit here and speculate. I'm going to ask the cards. Okay. Can I please get some confirmation on what this the 7th house is talking about in regards to group number 2? Okay, a surprise. That's annoying. All right, group number 2. I'm sorry. I tried to get some confirmation. I tried to get some understanding on what this 7th house is talking about for you guys, but we just have the freaking Page of Cups, which is talking about a surprise, something unexpected happening, perhaps a creative endeavor that we're excited about surprising us, but I tried and this is what came up. So it's supposed to be a surprise. All right. We love surprises, right, group number 2? All right, so these cards are what I found really interesting because they correlate really nicely with the rest of the reading. We have You Are Not Alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. Perhaps you guys are going to be entering into a space in which you feel like the people around you are really well adjusted to who it is that you are and really well adjusted to like the kind of life that you want to live. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these two here have like an energetic connection of like electricity flowing between them. So I don't know if there's going to be electrifying connections, which maybe the 7th house, again, partnerships is showing up. Partnerships could mean friendships as well, you guys. I know for me, I see everyone who I view as my friend as like a partner to me because I make friendships that I intend to have forever. So you're not alone, group number 2. All right. We also have You Are Not for Everyone. And it says, embrace your weirdness and face your true north. This is so important. This is like, if there's anything that someone takes from my channel, this is the only thing I want you guys to take. If you take nothing else from my channel, this is the only thing I want you guys to take is embrace your weirdness. Don't succumb to being like everybody else. Don't try to be a carbon copy of everybody else, you guys. It is so important to be who the freaking heck you want to be. Life is, we're not supposed to be like each other. We're not supposed to have the exact same thought process, the exact same views, the exact same body, face, this, that. Like, we are meant to be individuals, you guys. And I know sometimes in being an individual, it could feel very lonely. It could feel very isolating, but you need to know that, like, we need you here. Like, we need individuals here. We need people who are going to be their weird, authentic selves. Like, you don't need to be like everybody else, you guys. And perhaps that's what the focal point is. Like, we're changing our perception on ourselves and we're changing how it is we want to present to the world. We also have a blue flame and it says spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration. The blue flame, spontaneous activation, integration. So this is a rare occurrence, you guys. I don't know if you guys are going through a spiritual awakening or a second spiritual awakening. I don't know if you guys are stepping into your purpose in the year 2022. Perhaps that's why there is the need to conserve your energy for things that are no longer important or no longer like a part of your journey, and only focus on the things that are truly bringing you happiness and joy, and only focus on the things that are truly serving you in your growth and your journey in this life. But the blue flame, I love that very much. All right. And the last one we have here is inconsistent, okay? So inconsistent, you guys could be talking about, again, there being inconsistent patterns in your life or inconsistent people. Perhaps you guys are trying to free yourself from the grip of somebody who's very inconsistent, or a job that's inconsistent, a relationship that's inconsistent, a school situation that's inconsistent. But because like this woman here, like I feel like both these people are trying to free themselves from the grip of whatever this thing is. This thing is representing the inconsistency, and we are trying to free ourselves from whatever that inconsistency is and create more harmony and balance and a firm foundation in our life, a firm, consistent foundation in our life. So, all right. Can I get a message, for group? Soulmate popped out, you guys, right there. Okay. All right, group 2, these are all the letters that popped out for you guys. Go and see if you can find your name, your initials, this person's name, if there's a person involved, their initials, or words that may be significant for you guys in regards to the year ahead. So we have low key. We also have working on myself. So maybe you guys are like low key, behind the scenes, not trying to be very public or forthcoming with the moves that you are making or the changes you're making in your life or the transformation that's taking place, and you're trying to keep it more on the down low and really just focus on your inner self, or focus on like what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and not necessarily like brag about it on social media or talk to your friends and family about it. Like you're trying to hustle, but like in the dark of the night, right? We have Sagittarius here, travel, growth, expansion coming up, okay? We have a dating app showing up here, so I don't know if you guys will be on dating apps in the year 2022, or if you will, again, be experiencing that 7th house of like coming into union with somebody. Relationships are popping up here. It's interesting to me. Oops. I'm sorry, my sleeves knocked those off. We have not meant. So we are getting rid of something or moving on from something that's not meant to be. Or perhaps we are coming to the realization that something's not meant to be. We have silver. This could be talking about a piece of jewelry that you wear or somebody significant in your life wears. We have yes, which we do have that 7th house with the rings. So I don't know if some of you are getting engaged or married or something like that in the year 2022. That's a possibility. Maybe you're even attending a wedding, but we have yes. And we have soulmate, which I don't want anybody to get overly excited about. Okay, let's keep a grounded head because this is a group reading, but soulmate, okay, soulmate. So yeah, group number 2. Overall, like the synopsis of this reading is there's a transformation going on for you guys, group 2. I feel like we're stepping almost into a phase in our life where things are just more centered and things are more balanced. Like we don't have this unrealistic idea of what life is going to be. I also feel like we are conserving our energy and not putting our energy into things that are just draining and fleeting. We're more so focused on putting our energy into places that are really going to help us grow and expand and better ourselves. I feel like we're only trying to make connections that are really valuable and connections where we can feel that energy sparking, okay? I feel like we're also getting rid of any inconsistency in our life, inconsistent relationships, inconsistent work situations, inconsistent school situations. We're just getting rid of it. Maybe there's even inconsistent patterns within ourselves that we are working on. Again, there is that challenge, there is that transformation, but I do feel like it's leading to a place where things are just, our energy is being better expended after we get through that challenge. We're also overcoming fears, you guys. So, and embracing our weirdness, which I love. So that's what I have for you guys. Group number 2. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Okay, bye. Group number 3. I did shuffle your guys' tarot cards off camera. Group 1 and 2 I shuffled on camera. I will shuffle your guys' oracle cards on camera, but I was just like waiting for something to charge so that I could start filming, and then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna freaking shuffle the cards. Anyways, not the point. Point is, we will get started with the reading now. So starting out with the runes, you guys. Okay, group number 3. You have the star, you guys, and it's basically saying, go after what you want, your life purpose, being yourself and accepted for freedom. Being yourself and accepted for you, freedom. So it's kind of interesting, you guys. And again, I know I shuffled off camera. Obviously, I just pulled that rune on camera, you guys. But at the end of the tarot cards, I was literally going to tell you guys that you need to like release yourself from perfection. You need to release yourself from the idea of trying to create perfection. And I know that's not going to resonate for all of you, but there are some people who are in this group who picked this pile who really, really do need to get more comfortable with making mistakes, especially when it comes to your manifestations or like what it is you're trying to bring into reality. In the year 2022, I feel like it's very important for you guys to be embracing the imperfection that is in your artwork or in, again, your goals, what you're trying to bring into reality. Like, embrace those imperfections, you guys. Honestly, like, the idea of perfection isn't real, right? The idea of perfection is an illusion. It's a matter of perspective. So if it's a matter of perspective, it's not something that's like solid and real. So when it comes to perfection, you guys, if you feel like you're a perfectionist, if you feel like you're really hard on yourself, group number 3, I need you guys to release that in the year 2022. I need you guys to at least like try to work on it a little bit, because I do feel like there's some really good stuff here, but with this card, the 8 of freaking coins, I feel like perfection is going to be a hurdle that you guys have to overcome in 2023. Everything else seems really freaking great though. So going back to the beginning, because that came out at the end, we have the 2 of Wands, you guys. Now, the 2 of Wands talks about needing to make a decision. This is like blueprinting, right? So when I talk about you setting goals or you setting manifestations, I'm talking about the 2 of Wands, because this is literally us sitting back and saying, okay, this is what I'm working with. What can I do next? This is what I'm working with. Where do I go next? What are the next steps for me? So you guys maybe right now, this is coming out in 2021, so you guys maybe right now or in the beginning months of 2022, setting goals for yourself or making plans. I know a lot of people do this, you guys, so I know I'm not saying anything that's like revolutionary, but I feel like you guys have something that you're wanting to accomplish within the year of 2022. You have something that you're wanting to get done. You're having something that you like want to focus on, right? And right now is the planning stages. Right now is the like the freaking the concoction, the rough draft, if you will. Okay, we are brainstorming. Okay, so 2 of Wands. Now we also have the 7 of Wands, which I feel like in this particular reading, I'm just going to talk about the freaking Magician. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands and we have the Magician. Sorry about hitting the mic. But basically with these 2 cards here, this is indicating to me that you guys have the ability to bring whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into reality, okay, you guys? You guys are able to manifest your dreams. You guys are able to cultivate whatever it is you're trying to cultivate, right? You have all the tools right in front of you. You may not know how to use the tools yet. You may not, it may be unfamiliar using the tools. Okay, so quick little like example, right? So when I went to beauty school right after I graduated high school, you guys, even doing like the simplest things in school was like so complicated, like blow drying. I remember blow drying someone's hair for the first time. The way that I was like trained to blow dry was so weird and it felt so foreign. And today it's literally just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could blow dry someone's hair in like 2 seconds. So it's not, it became second nature, right? It became something I became comfortable with, even though in the beginning it was like uncomfortable, or it was like the way my hands were positioned with the freaking brush and the freaking blow dryer, it was uncomfortable. So for you guys, whatever it is you're doing, there may be an energy of you being unfamiliar with the tools that are in front of you or unfamiliar with the tasks that are at hand. However, I do feel like you guys will get the hang of it. You guys have what you need in front of you. And there is an air of like, people looking at what you're doing and saying, wow, I really wish I had that, or I want that. Like you're getting something that other people want. So this tells me that there's high value or high value stakes involved with this manifestation or involved with whatever it is we're trying to cultivate into our reality. So find it interesting. Basically, Seven of Wands is jealousy. This is being able to manifest anything because you have everything that you need in front of you to do so. You are powerful, right? So that's all great stuff, right, you guys? And then, like I was saying, with the freaking 8 of coins in reverse, it did come up in reverse. This is saying that, like, stop being so freaking hard on yourself, man. Like, stop trying to create perfection because perfection isn't real. Do the best that you can. Give it your entire soul, your entire energy, but don't beat yourself up if you don't feel like you have reached your idea of perfection. Because again, you guys, perfection isn't real. It's an illusion. Your idea of perfection is different than my idea of perfection. And because it depends on perspective, it doesn't exist because it's only about perspective. So be gentle with yourself. This may even be talking about you guys needing to take a step back a little bit and be a little bit kinder to yourself in regards to like your mental health and how it is you are working through that, or how it is that you are catering to your own needs. Because whenever this comes up in reverse, it just feels like we're almost overexerting our energy or being overly harsh on ourselves. So that makes me feel like I need to extend the note to you of love yourself, be more gentle with yourself, okay? So well, let's get into the oracle cards, you guys. Where should we start? Oh, no. We will do the shadow work cards. So what are the shadow work? What is the shadow work that group number 3 needs to focus on in the year 2022? Can I please get one more? Can I please get one more? Thank you. So we have emotionally detached and we have envy, which is so freaking weird, you guys, because we also have the envy here with the 7 of Wands. So maybe this envy isn't necessarily coming from other people or outside people. Maybe you guys are looking at somebody with a lot of envy, and maybe that's even serving as a motivation for you guys to try to cultivate that reality, right? I'll read more into it when we get there, but moving on, we will do some astrology cards. Ooh. I don't know what that is. I don't know what either of these are. Ooh. Okay, so we have the 5th house and Uranus. Love it when Uranus comes in. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. What is going... Wait, I got a little shaky, you guys. Ah! Okay. Can I get some more astrology cards? Oh my god, you guys. You got Uranus twice. That is so freaking crazy. Ah, that's so crazy. Okay. One of these and I will wrap that up. Loosen your grip. Shut up, you guys. Tarot today is being a little freaky. We got other stuff that we'll talk about later, but that's freaking crazy. Okay. We have emotionally detached, and it says, are you protecting yourself from unwanted drama or stress? Feel positive emotions within yourself. To feel emotions is to live freely. So, which also, you guys, the freaking star that popped up there is talking about living freely and going after what you want, which again, with the freaking magician and all that is kind of crazy. But are you guys emotionally detaching yourselves from relationships, from your career perhaps? I'm feeling like this is saying like honor your emotions basically. If any of you are watching this out there where you try to control your emotions too much, or you try to like hold back your emotions or not feel what it is that you're feeling, I feel like a lot of people get into spirituality or they get into meditation or this or that, whatever it may be, and they feel like they have to turn off their emotions, and that's not necessarily true, you guys. All of our emotions are meant to be felt. Like I feel like I say this so much here on my channel, but like it's so important that you feel your sadness. It's so important that you feel your anger. It's so important that you feel your disappointment, but don't live in it, right? Like don't let yourself stay there forever. Don't let yourself drown in those emotions, but it's important that you feel them in the moment and you express them, or you deal with them, you face them, but don't let them bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Like don't get down to the floor with your emotions. But basically this is just saying, feel free to feel how it is that you feel. I feel like this is the most healing thing that you can do. And I know not everybody watching this right now is ready to hear that. But to be able to feel your emotions truly is a very freeing experience. And to feel them without guilt, or to feel them without like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be feeling this, or I shouldn't be feeling that, I should only be happy. You don't always have to be happy, you guys. So the next one we have here is envy, and it says, remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' success, and you are truly good enough. You're truly good enough, group number 3. So with this card, you guys, you may be looking at somebody for inspiration and saying like, oh my gosh, like it's not fair. I'm putting in just as much work as they are. Or perhaps if you guys are like artists of some sort, or even if you guys are like in school for like, I don't know, whatever it may be, medical school, you're going to law school, you're trying to be a psychiatrist, whatever you want to do in life, you guys, perhaps you're looking at your peers or you're looking at the people around you and you're saying they are so much more successful than me. They are having such an easier time than me. And you guys, to be honest, like a lot of people hide their internal struggle. A lot of people hide the hard work that they're putting into things. Like people, I feel like, have this tendency to want to come off as if things are not hard, but everybody is going through something, you guys. Everyone struggles, and nobody's life, like if you're looking at somebody, especially on social media, and you're thinking like, oh, their life is so perfect, I promise you that it's not. I pinky swear that it's freaking not, okay? So basically with this card, you guys, if you do struggle with this, I want you guys to work on looking at people through the lens of, especially on social media, of like, I don't have the full story, right? Let's not make up in our mind that the couple of minutes that we see somebody a day, or the small amount that we see of people is the full picture. We only have a part of the picture, okay? So everyone has problems, okay? You don't need to be envious of anybody. You are exactly where you need to be. You are good enough. Keep going. If you're doing something that you love doing, you guys, and you feel like a failure, or you feel like you're not on par with so-and-so and so-and-so, it doesn't matter, because we're all on our own journey, you guys. And again, you don't see the struggles behind the scenes that other people are going through. So release that envy if that envy is coming from your side or your part. The next one we have here, you guys, is the 5th house. The 5th house is the house of like a joyous moment in our life, or things in our life that brings us joy, things in our life that bring us happiness and excitement and passion. It also does say romance and creativity. So perhaps in the year 2022, you guys are going to be flexing your creative muscle. Maybe you guys are going to be making a point to have more fun. It's also possible, you guys, I do believe 5th house is connected to Leo, if I'm not mistaken. So some of you watching this may have Leo in the 5th house. You guys may also have perhaps significant Leo placements. But regardless of this, you guys, I do feel like perhaps for some of you, you're wanting to express yourself in a more creative form in the year 2022. Also have Uranus, which you guys already know. Uranus pops out later, which is kind of freaky. It's originality and rebellion. Uranus is also connected to Aquarius energy, you guys. So humanitarianism. Whenever Uranus comes into a reading, you guys, it makes me feel like there is a radical change on the horizon. It makes me feel like things are just going to completely turn around, or completely just be shaken up in your life, and not necessarily in a bad way, because we do have so many other cards here that indicate that there's good stuff coming. I do feel like your guys' life is going to be changing for the better, and changing in a drastic manner that you guys aren't necessarily expecting. We have abundance, which I already showed you guys because I got so excited when it came out. I was like, what? So it says, Goddess of Abundance Divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Okay, who doesn't want this card? Everybody loves this. Okay, who doesn't want more abundance? Now, abundance is a broad term, you guys. I do have to say this every time. Abundance could be abundance in love, abundance in happiness, abundance in success, abundance in money, abundance in this, that, and the other. So whatever you guys put your energy towards, whatever you guys choose to focus on in 2022, I do feel like that situation, that thing will grow. That thing will become prosperous, or there will be a lot of like abundance in that particular area of life. Obviously, you guys, like we all experience struggles, so I'm not saying like 2022 is going to be sunshine and rainbows. However, I do feel like the point in which you guys focus on, the thing that you guys put your most focus and energy on, is what is going to be growing into 2022. Okay, it was literally just a trash man, but God bless Dahmer. Okay. So the next one we have here, you guys, is Death, Rebirth, and symbol of the feminine. So, you guys, again, a death and rebirth, radical change. This makes sense to me with Uranus being here, even though this is more like Scorpionic energy, Pluto energy. But it makes sense, right? Because I told you guys, there's like a radical change coming in. There's a radical like difference or a radical like switch being turned or like going on to a different path. There's something big changing in 2022, you guys, and that is also showing up here with this death and rebirth. We are ending a cycle, entering a new cycle. Congratulations on that. We also have protection, sharing, and friendliness. So with this, you guys, I find this very interesting. This may be encouraging you guys to be protective, perhaps, with the information that you're sharing with other people. I kind of am seeing this as like, don't tell everybody everything that you're trying to bring into your life, right? Don't share with people exactly what it is that you're, move in silence. It's kind of what I'm getting. Protect your energy, protect your goals, right? And I don't say this to be like, oh, you need to be secretive with your friends and your family. But perhaps there is a need to move in silence. Perhaps there is a need to protect your dreams, to protect your goals from outside influences, because people can be envious, especially when you like decide to work on yourself or you decide you want to go after something. Protect your goals, protect your energy, protect what it is you're trying to manifest. It literally says protect sharing. So that just makes me feel like we need to protect what it is we're sharing anyways. All right, and then we also have Neptune, which is talking about dreams and illusion and spirituality as well. So I don't know if any of you guys are changing your spiritual course or changing your spiritual practices. That's a possibility. It's also possible, though, that this is connected to dreams and quite literally like cultivating our dreams, cultivating what it is that we dream about. So love that the most. For some of you, that's also connected to Pisces. For some of you, you guys may be receiving messages in your dreams, or you guys may be seeing things in your dreams that inspire you to do things in your, awake life. Now we also have Uranus, and it says radically change, which we've already talked about Uranus. I just think it's really cute that this popped up twice. I love the synchronicity of it all. Again, Aquarius energy is heavy, so hello to the Aquarians out there. I don't know if you guys are feeling called to participate in more charity or more humanitarian acts. That's a possibility for some of you, so keep that in mind. Maybe you guys are looking to travel to like help people in foreign lands. Maybe you guys are looking to extend help to like your local community or whatever that may be, you guys. But I'm feeling like that's a possibility for some of you because it popped up twice. Now for our last three cards, I wanted to talk about this. Loosen your freaking grip, aka the gosh dang 8 of Pentacles. It says coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. This is releasing your grip on control, you guys. Releasing your grip on needing perfectionism. Honestly, I do feel like, God, the universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, I do feel like that source energy does produce better results than we do. So when we let go, I feel like things tend to work out better than what we had expected or what we had hoped for. So there is a need to release some control, you guys. There is a need to release some type of trying to micromanage. We also have weight, and it says it's not yet time. Things are being woven. So you guys may spend a lot of 2022 feeling like you're just in this period of wait, or feeling like you're just in this period of like holding back or like waiting for certain things to work out. It's also possible that some of you haven't been in this period of wait, and perhaps 2022 you're releasing your grip on that need of perfectionism, and that is getting the wheels of change to start going, right? I do feel like this waiting period has a lot to do with the control thing, right? Or the trying to micromanage situations, or the trying to like make sure things are perfect before going ahead. That's what I feel like this waiting period is for. Like, we're waiting for you to let go of that. We're waiting for you to release your need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure things are perfect. It's okay if things aren't perfect. You can move forward. You don't need to hold on to so much. You don't need to hold on so tightly to things. We also have New Earth, and it says it's happening. Keep holding the vision. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and pull some little notes from the bowl. I don't want to pull too many. Okay. So we have a birthmark / mole. This could be you or somebody significant having a birthmark / mole on their face. We have January, which January may be the time in which you guys are choosing to really focus on making those plans, setting those goals. There may also be a rather significant event happening, a catalyst, if you will, happening in January. We have talented. I do feel like this is my artsy group, my talented group, my group which likes to express themselves in a more artistic manner or creative manner. We also have exotic, you guys, okay? So exotic could be talking about travel. It could be talking about you guys choosing to learn a different language. It could be talking about you guys doing wow, flashback. Remember in the beginning where I was talking about the magician and I said, I feel like some of you guys are going to be working with tools or working in an environment that you are uncomfortable with or you're unfamiliar with. Exotic, period. Let's do the letters really quick. Oh. All right, you guys. So these are all the letters that popped out for you guys. Go and see if you can find your name, your initials of this person's name, this person's initials, if there's a person involved, or words that may be significant in regards to your guys' 2022. If you guys are moving anywhere, maybe there's like, I don't know, the place in which you are moving. If you guys are going to college, if you guys are starting a new journey, I don't know, but all that could be included here. So, I didn't roll the dice. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna do that right now. If you stuck till the end, we're rolling. Cancer, Virgo, hello Cancer, hello Virgo. We have Scorpio and Gemini. Hello Scorpio, hello Gemini. I love you both. I love you both so freaking much. Scorpio again, literally love you so much, Scorpio. And we have Libra, love you Libra. That is what we got. So yeah. Thank you so much, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Honestly, I don't remember the last 2 piles, but like your guys' pile was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know below if you're excited. Thank you. I love you. And I'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 4. I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and start off with my runes. I knew I was going to get either a man or a woman. I think this is, yeah, this is masculine energy, you guys. I want to get one more just because, like, we love masculine energy, but, like, did you see that? Okay, abundance. We have the freaking bundle. So, are you guys, like, trying to step up and become, like, a boss? Like, what are y'all doing in 2022? What is your goal? What is happening? We have masculine energy, you guys, which we all have masculine energy. So when I talk about this, I'm not saying that women can't be strong. I'm not saying that women can't be, like, you know what I'm saying? Women can exhibit boss energy. Women could be dominant, like 100%. So that's not what I'm saying. We all have feminine and masculine. All of us. That is a balanced human, right? So this rune is talking about masculine energy, though. Men, things like that. And this is literally abundance. So maybe if you guys are interested in men, maybe there's a significant man walking into your life, or a significant person who has masculine energy, like heavy masculine energy. Or perhaps you guys are stepping into more of this leadership role where you are being called to exhibit more masculine energy. And again, like I said, I am aware that you can be a woman and be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be a freaking man to be a boss. You could be a woman. But we got abundance as well, which is what I'm more happy for, is like the abundance, the bundle. Wow, everyone's reading today has been really, like, charming me. Zodiac dice, astrology dice. Cancer and Taurus. Literally me and every person I've ever loved. Hello, hello. Love you so much, Taurus. Cancer and Aquarius. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Aquarius. Aquarius and Scorpio. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Scorpio. Gemini and Cappy. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Cappy. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the cards. What is going on in group number 4's 2022? I want to know the major events. Like, what is the big chunky beans and potato of it all? What is something, a big event? Okay, so both these came in reverse. We have the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords. Can I please have 2 more? The 3 of Wands in reverse. Can I have 1 more, please? And the 5 of Cups. And the 6 of Rings. Gonna go ahead and start shuffling the other cards. I was thinking if I wanted to read the tarot or if I wanted to read the other cards first or shuffle the other cards, but we're gonna shuffle the other cards. Can I get a shadow work card, resisting change? Okay, so I know I haven't read, you know what, it's okay. Resisting change is gonna correlate with tarot. Just keep that in mind, you guys, okay? Sorry, I'll slow down. Can I please have a message for group number 4 in regards to the shadow work that they should be focusing on in 2022? Negativity. Okay. Which also does make sense with everything that's here. Can I please have a card? 1 card, please, that represents group number 4's 2022. Can I have a astrology card? Interesting. Ooh. May I have another astrology card, please? It's so interesting. Okay. 3rd house of communication. Can I have... Okay, group number 4. We're going to go a little bit out of order in regards to the tarot cards, which is fine. Both of these cards here, the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, came up in reverse, you guys. We also have the Page of Wands that showed up in reverse. But with the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, both of these cards are essentially saying the same thing, which I find a little creepy because upright they mean very different things, but in reverse they have very similar, like a very similar definition. Basically, with these in reverse, we are seeking familiarity. We are not looking for change. We are not embracing change, or we're scared to move on from something. I don't know what that is. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's school, if it's like there's some type of like finish that we're experiencing, or there's some type of like we have potential to move on or to move forward or to move away, to move out. I don't know. But like we're not necessarily feeling confident in taking that plunge. We're a little bit nervous about it, or we are trying to cling on to what we know. So I don't know what's going on with you guys. And maybe right now this isn't resonating. I don't know if it will ring a bell in a couple of months. But I feel like, yeah, there's something that we are really trying. I don't necessarily feel like sad about it. I feel more like this has to do with something that like we know we should let go of it, or we know that we should move on, but I don't know if there's anxiety around moving on, or if there's like, we're just hesitant on moving on. We're trying to stick to the familiar here, okay? So I wanted to get those out of the way because again, they do essentially mean the same thing. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. This is talking about having like a creative idea, or having like something that we're passionate about, something that we're excited about, but we don't necessarily feel confident enough to like bring it forth to the public, or we don't necessarily feel confident enough to like follow through with it. We're a little bit hesitant to share our dreams, or to share what it is that we want to work on, or to share our goals. Like we're a little bit scared to put it into action, right? Or we don't necessarily know how to put it into action. It's also possible, you guys, that this is talking about going on a spiritual journey, going on an intense spiritual journey. Perhaps we are rewriting or reconfiguring our entire spiritual practice or our entire belief system. So there's that. Now, moving on, you guys, the 2 upright cards are really interesting to me because they're very opposite of each other. We have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups signifies disappointment. I don't know if this disappointment is bringing about something better. It feels like that because of the 6, I'll just talk about it. The 6 of Rings also came up. So disappointment, and then someone being generous with us, or us having the capabilities to being generous with other people. So I don't know if you guys will be in a position where this disappointment leads to some type of success or some type of abundance, to then where we're able to share with other people, or to help other people, or to give to other people, or if this disappointment is leading for someone, or leading us to somebody, or to a situation where somebody is feeling called to help us out. But that's kind of what it feels like, you guys. Or that's, you know, what the cards are basically saying. Like, we're hesitant to move on from something. We're hesitant to let go. We're trying to cling to what's comfortable, what's familiar. We have this idea, or we have this like passion that we're wanting to move forward in, but there's something that's like holding us back, either a lack of knowledge, a lack of know-how, a lack of confidence. We may be diving deeper into our spirituality. There's something that's happening that is a disappointment, or that's not necessarily like working out the way that we expected. When I say a disappointment, I need you guys to understand that that doesn't mean turmoil. That doesn't mean that everything's falling apart. That could very simply mean that things aren't working out the way that we had envisioned them. And sometimes when things don't work out the way that we envisioned them, you guys, there could be a sense of disappointment, but sometimes that could lead to something better. That could lead to a better situation. So I want you guys to keep in mind that when I'm saying this, that this is a group reading, and you guys really do just have to take it how it's resonating with you, and not hold on to this idea, because I feel like it's very important for you guys to not get discouraged. Don't hold on to this idea that this Five of Cups is going to be the end all be all. This disappointment is not going to stop you from moving forward, group number 4. So I need to make that very clear. Sorry if that was rambly. Okay, so the next one we have here, you guys, these two cards are shadow work cards. So if you guys relate to these, you relate to them. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. But the first one says negativity, let go of pessimistic. Oh my God, maybe that's why I felt like I had to like encourage you guys to not get too discouraged. But it says negativity, let go of the pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Think of something positive right now. Do it right now. Think of something positive. Even if it's something small, think of something positive right now. I challenge. And shift your thinking. So I know I shuffled, okay, but I do think it's interesting, you guys, that like, I think it's interesting that I was like, I don't want you guys to get discouraged or unmotivated by this Five of Cups. I felt like that was really important, that you guys didn't get too hung up on this, because disappointment happens, right? Failure happens. Things don't work out all the time, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are so many situations that have happened in my life personally where I was trying and literally like hitting my head up against a wall, you guys, trying to make things work that just weren't freaking meant to work. And looking back now that I have like clarity on the situations, I'm so happy that they didn't, because if they did, oh, girl, would not be in a happy position right now. So sometimes things fall apart for our embetterment. And I need you guys to keep on to hope of that, or keep on holding on to the belief that things will work out. Let go of negativity. Try to think more positively. And I know it's not that easy, you guys. I know it's so much harder than what I'm saying. I've been in positions where I've experienced depression, where I've experienced extreme moments of wanting to completely and totally, and when I say completely and totally, I mean completely and totally give up on life. Okay, so I understand that if you are experiencing that it's not as easy as what I'm making it sound, but it is doable. And I don't want you guys to ever feel like it's not possible, because it is possible, period. All right, now we also have resisting change, and it says, ask yourself, why are you not wanting to change? Look at the positive side to the change. Okay, so like, we did talk about this with the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands. This is why I love shuffling on camera, so that you guys can see that like, I really am just letting the cards just come out, and like whatever message comes up just comes up. With this, you guys, it's very clear to me that there is a change that needs to be made in your guys' life. I can't say what that is. This is a group reading. It'd be irresponsible for me to like say this is exactly what it is. Again, you would know better than I. It could be anything. It could be your job, your relationship. It could be unhealthy habits that you have accumulated over the years. Whatever it is, you guys, whatever's on the other side of this change that you're afraid to make, I feel like it's going to be better. It's going to be better, and it's not as scary as you may think it is. We have Saturn. Love him so much. This is milestones and structure. There may be a need, or you guys may be feeling called to add more structure into your guys' life. Saturn comes in to give us tough love. Saturn is a dad I never had. Saturn is literally like, I'm coming in here to give you tough love so that you can be better. I'm coming in to put you on the right path and like readjust you, right? Because like everyone else is just gonna sit here and pitter patter with your feelings and tell you that it's okay, you're doing everything perfect. But no, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, and you're gonna have to step up. That's who Saturn is, okay? Saturn comes in to teach us lessons and to help us move along in a better direction, right? Things fall apart so that we can move somewhere better. That's who Saturn is. And I know not everybody loves that. And to be honest, like, Saturn's not my favorite, but I appreciate him for who he is, okay? Or they. I don't know why I'm giving the planets genders, but anyways, we have life, energy, and clarity. We love to see this here, you guys, with the sun. Life, energy, and clarity. You guys may be gaining clarity on that change or that thing that you guys need to let go of. You guys may be gaining some type of like, oh, okay, like I understand now that like this is not serving me, right? You guys may be also like with this page of wands, you guys may be starting to get more motivated to moving forward and to embarking on your endeavors that you're wanting to pursue, okay, whether that is in love or your career or school or whatever. We have protection and survivable strength. You guys are protected. You guys will get through this, and you guys are strong enough to get through this. And I know some of you are tired. I know some of you feel like I don't want to keep being strong, and that's okay. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to feel like, oh my gosh, I've been through so much. I just want to break. That's okay to feel that way. You have every right to feel that way, but you guys are strong enough to break through this ceiling. Do you see this, you guys? I love this depiction specifically because it's quite literally like we are in this hot air balloon. For me, this hot air balloon feels like it's representing our passions, our excitement, like where we want to go, right? This hot air balloon is taking us where we want to be, okay? And leaving this jar is freaking scary because we've only ever been in this jar. We've only ever existed in this jar. However, this hot air balloon is willing to take us out and to let us go free. And I'm feeling like that is a big part of your guys' journey in the year 2022, is releasing yourself from that jar and letting the hot air balloon take you where you're meant to be or where you're wanting to be, okay? And it's scary, right? Because like, what is outside of that jar? I don't freaking know. You don't freaking know. We don't know. But like, it's worth, I feel like, the risk. That's what that's saying. We have yin energy. This is intuitive, trust, patience, and spirituality, and receptivity. So I find it interesting because we also have yang energy here with the rune. So I find that interesting that yin and yang energy came in. Balance perhaps may be something that we are striking in the year 2022. Now, if you guys want to look at it as like a masculine and feminine coming together, you guys can look at it like that. I don't feel confident based on like everything that's here to say that with like a strong feeling. However, if that happens, I'm really happy for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is connected to Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces energy. This is intuitive energy, you guys. This is trusting in your intuition. This is trusting in that gut feeling that we all have. I hear so many times that like people don't necessarily believe in like tarot, or they don't necessarily believe in like the metaphysical, right? And I think that's totally okay. But I also believe that we all have this capability of being able to connect to our intuition and being able to connect to our clairaudience, our clairsentience, our clairvoyant, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all have that capability. I feel like that's how we have been able to survive out in the freaking caveman days. That's how we were able to make it through. If we didn't have intuition, we'd be getting snatched up by lions and bears. So I say this to say, trust your intuition. It's more powerful than you know. You got this. That's what I have to say with this, okay? And we have the third house. This is early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. This is also perspective, you guys, okay? So you guys may be gaining some type of education. You guys may be entering into a period in life where you are communicating very articulately with your feelings or with your desires. Maybe you guys are becoming more vocal. This reminds me very much of like our throat center point, where we can just feel confident in what it is that we are saying, bold in what it is that we are saying. But with this, again, there may be something with public speaking. There may be something where you guys are like going to school and there is a need for you guys to like speak up. Perhaps this is even talking about you guys voicing your concerns and voicing your desires, voicing what it is you're wanting to do. It's also possible, you guys, that this could be talking about communication between two people, communicating, again, how we feel, what we need, our desires, okay? So learning is also showing up here as well. Perhaps we are undoing some toxic childhood learning. I know for me, there's a lot of things that I learned in my childhood that aren't necessarily the best, that I have had to unlearn because they're not great. They're not the nicest. So anyways, and we have learning here again with knowledge, you guys. So this says, let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of the ancestors flow. We are gaining, again, some type of knowledge, you guys, which I could have told you when Saturn came up if there was like a learning lesson here in 2022. And again, you guys, I need to make it extraordinarily clear to you guys, group number 4, that this does not mean that your 2022 is going to be bad. This does not mean that there is doom and gloom. This does not mean that there is like a rainy day, okay? Yes, there will be hurdles we have to overcome. This is life. However, these hurdles, I feel like, are put in place to help us along our journey. We are gaining knowledge. We are taking something from these situations that are occurring, from the disappointment, okay? And we're coming out on the other side of it better. So that's what I have with the cards, you guys. I will go ahead and quickly pull from the bowl to see what I can get for you guys. And don't forget, like, we do have that abundance that we got with the bundle. I have found the runes to be very accurate for me in my personal readings, but that I do with myself, my friends, my family. I found them to be very like scary accurate. So I do feel like there is abundance here to be had. There is something beautiful to be had. There is a harvest of some sorts, but it's going to take a lot of work, right? Which actually makes sense with the male rune here. He could also be seen as Saturn. So Saturn, again, is coming in to be like, you want this freaking harvest, you have to come in and freaking work for it. You gotta give me that sweat, period. Okay, that's not gonna stand up. Anyways, I'm gonna go with the bowl. I smell like a freaking, like, sweetheart. It's so weird. I don't know why I smell like a freaking sweetheart, but I smell like a freaking sweetheart right now. Like me, not the air. I'm not saying like, oh, but like, you know, I don't know. Anyways. That's so weird, you guys. Okay, so the physical attributes, you guys, I want you to keep in mind that they're not necessarily relevant. I'm going to read them just because they're here. We have thick in build, which, yes, you could be meeting someone who's thick in build. We also have big in build. So perhaps there's like a thick, juicy person coming into your life, which I love. Like, I love it. Okay, we have workaholic again. Saturn is coming in to literally be like, give me your blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I'm going to drag the freaking hard work out of you. I'm going to make you work hard. That's what that feels like, okay? It feels like, again, Saturn is very much present in your guys' life in 2022. He's very much like, you better freaking get it. We have masculine energy again, you guys, which is weird. We have passion here. So again, I was talking about passions with the freaking page of wands in reverse. It's like we're passionate about something, but we don't necessarily have the confidence, or we don't necessarily know how to go about executing those passions. So we have that. We have pink. I don't know if this is your favorite color or if this is a color that's going to play a significant role in 2022. I don't know. This could be talking about perhaps opening up our heart. Maybe we're dyeing our hair pink. I don't know, but pink, okay? We have rich as well, which I think is interesting because nothing in the cards besides the sun and besides Saturn coming in to like make us work hard would indicate any type of money. But again, the rune that came up is the harvest, you guys. We are harvesting something. So rich is also popping up. And then we have happy-go-lucky, which I feel like is talking about us releasing that negativity, perhaps releasing our negative mindset or being pessimistic. Again, you guys, think of something positive right now. That is the first step of being a happier person. It really, really is. The first step is just trying. Even if it feels fake, even if it feels like this isn't freaking working, if you're in a position where you feel like everything is just really dark around you, it's not going to hurt to just try. Even if it doesn't work, it doesn't hurt to just try, right? So I don't know if I want to do the letters for you guys. I don't think I'm going to. I feel like I want to leave the message right here. So that's what I have for you guys, group number 4. Please let me know below how this has resonated. If this is what you're going through, I'm sending you a freaking hug. I love you so much. You guys got this. You're gonna hop on that hot air balloon and you're gonna be like, whoa, let's freaking go. So that's what I have for you guys, group number 4. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you really soon. Okay, bye.